Well, good morning. Welcome to our live broadcast on Facebook. Thank you for your patience. We've been trying to do this for the last 2 weeks, but unfortunately, my very good PA Lucy managed to fall over and break her leg, so she's sitting on the couch and videoing this in plaster in her pyjamas. So, really just wanted to take the time to talk a little bit about what happened in the marketplace last month in Waikanae, and if you've got any questions, we'll endeavour to answer them live. So, over the last month, for me personally, been a very busy month with 6 properties sold. I'll just run through some of the stats on those, which may be of interest to people. Firstly, the latest one was just number 5 Mahia Lane, just along from Lucy's place here. That was a brand new home, and that was 162 square metres, just 3 bedrooms, 1 living area. Sold that for $706,500. So it was a very, very good price for a house that hadn't had any landscaping done. Just happened to have the right buyer at the right time. It was really interesting, that house, because I did check on a property sale further along in the same street to try and get my pricing right. There was a house at number 1 Mahia Lane that the opposition had, and they were pretty chuffed about the price they got for that, but they haven't found out just how much more I managed to get for number 5, and they were very similar homes. Also, we had number 5 Tui Crescent, which sold after the end of a campaign. It was a deadline sale. There were 3 offers on that, ranging from $587 through to $612. We did negotiate that final price up to $630. So again, a very happy vendor. That was an interesting campaign where right from the beginning I knew the rateable value was somewhat out, too low. So I suggested to the owners they should get quotable value people back and reassess it. It came up from $510,000 to $580, which just meant that it made our job of achieving a premium price for it a heck of a lot easier. So final price on that was $630. Rateable value was $580. 21 Matinga Street, that was sold after a 3-week campaign. There ended up being just 2 offers on that, and I managed to sell that as well, which sold for $575, which was, to be honest, an amazing price. 100,000 over its RV. So some very excited Auckland buyers moving into the area. 25 Hera Street, another little unit that we just did. Down the back section, pretty small, a little bit tired, but we got really good money for that at $415. 60 Sylvan Ave, also sold that for $505, and the first one of the month was 73 Belvedere Ave, which you may have seen promo on that we had a bit of fun doing. We took that to auction, and for a 2-bedroom, very small really unit, but extremely well presented, that sold at auction for $472,000, with 2 very strong bidders chasing it down. The Waikanae market is still really travelling pretty well. It is still very much a seller's market. The listing numbers are quite low. There were 64 homes or 64 listings on Trade Me this morning in total, and 12 in Waikanae Beach. So it's still a supply and demand situation. The challenge, as always, is to make sure that we take advantage of that and get the best possible price in that market. So the buyers are a little more fussy. They're very, very educated in terms of they know exactly what's for sale, what things got, and how long they've been on the market and things like that. But still well presented homes in good areas with a decent campaign behind them are generating the competition, and quite frankly that is what my job is all about, creating that competition, holding on to those buyers during a campaign, which normally only runs for 2 to 3 weeks, so that we keep them in, and there's a sense of urgency on the buyer's behalf, and away they go. So that's pretty much what's been happening. As we go into winter, normally listing numbers are low. I get asked a lot of questions about, is this a good time to sell? Well, pretty much any time's a good time to sell, but in winter, with less listings, then you're facing less competition. So that means that there's not as much choice around for buyers, and if the house is well presented, again, they will have a crack at it. And so don't be put off by the fact that it's winter. As we move into spring, which hopefully is not too far away, we see a lot more houses come to the market. People think that there is a spring market. It's really not about spring, winter or summer. What happens in spring, people know that they want to get settled before Christmas. So that's the sense of urgency that sort of follows that listings coming on in spring. So that's really what's happening. Quiet weekend for Ross, first time in over a year that I've had a weekend off with no open homes, but still managed to be busy with appointments to various properties that I still have listed. So I'm not quite unemployed, but I'm getting close to it. So if you're thinking of selling, now is a very good time to give me a call. So if we've got any questions, we're happy to answer them. And that is us for now.